YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. Today's episode, a competition that isn't part of the Glory Hunter, but I definitely think deserves to be part of the YouTube series, because if we win it, it just makes what we've achieved in Glory Hunter in 10 seasons oh so better. The fact we did the Euros, and then we potentially could win the Copa America in today's episode as well. Since we last met, we've obviously gone through the group stage. We're going to recap that all now. I have started making some transfers for Dortmund, but I am going to leave that for next episode. If you're thinking why Dortmund, last episode, just go check it out. We went invincible with Monaco. You can go see the drama of that on the final day, and then see the fact that we chased a few jobs, and Dortmund was the job that we got, which we're very happy we did. Without further ado, we are live on Twitch, and links down below. Give the episode a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get into it. Copa America semi-final. So I said I'll be back for the semi-final / third play playoffs or the final. I think for me to keep my job now, the board expect me to win the Copa America, right? They expect me, if I go to competition performance, the minimum expectation is to win the Copa America this season. Fair enough, it is Brazil. I do think if I make the final and lost to Argentina, the board should turn around and say, we appreciate your efforts, we understand you had a tough draw, keep me in the job. Because I was sceptical when I came into the Brazilian side that this team's good enough to win the World Cup. From what I've seen in this Copa America, even though defensively we're a little bit suspect, especially at fullback on either side, we are just that good going forward, it does not matter. Let's go and recap the group and how this has gone so far. So Mexico, who we play today, we beat 6-0 in the first game in the group stage. We played the exact same team because we rested in our last game in the quarterfinal. We're about to play the exact same team that won 6-0 against them in the semi. Now, this Mexico side lined up in 4-2 from Macias, Hernandez, Flores, Saldino, Kezia, Alvarez. Look, they had a pretty poor day. We absolutely destroyed them. The AI doesn't rotate usually in internationals, and you see them always have some tired players. There is a world where they are tired and we're not, and we pump them here today, and that would be great, but I'm happy to take a 1-0 win. Chile, who gave me some issues previously, gave me more issues. 1-1, we were the better side, didn't happen. Colombia, we led 3-0, and like what happened against Chile in qualifying, conceded 2 goals very quickly, and next minute it's 3-2, we held on. Andrew made a big save in net late doors. We bunged 7-3 against Peru, and I did promise we would play the 7 up front or the 2 at the back system at some stage. We played it against Peru. This game had goals. We're 1-0 down. We then were 4 or 5 goals up, and then conceded, then scored, then conceded. Eventually, I went into the 4-3-3 to see it out. Yeah, that is a beautiful system, that thing. It is a thing of beauty. Joe Pedro scored 4. We then beat Ecuador 3-0, and then in the semi-final, or in the quarter-final, we got Costa Rica, who scraped through the group on the other side, which is really good for Costa Rica, to be fair. We won 4-1. We absolutely dominated, and we fully rotated because there was none of the big first-team players there. Look at that backup team. The only thing I will say, I'd made one mistake in this whole competition, and I thought I had 4 centre-backs selected. I didn't, so I've had to been playing at least one centre-back multiple games, and they're the ones that have been getting tired. That is Junior, the one from Liverpool, who's played the most. He's only got 12 natural fitness, but I've been taking him off as much as possible in between games. He's just so good that I've been needing to play him. Now, if you have a look at the team, massive. Now, I will also say as well, there was a world where everyone was on booking trouble, but they removed that as of the semi-final, which is great. So this team is world-class. It's Andrew in net. You might be thinking, who's Andrew? That's Andrew. I have finally found a Brazilian keeper in Brazil that could be good enough to become the Brazilian number 1. That will come down to the Dortmund fact. Not that I've signed him. I haven't as of the filming this episode, but there is potential that if the keeper I've gone for chooses to go to another club, then that guy would be in this team because I would be playing him. Vinicius Tobias has been at Real Madrid, who won the Champions League over Newcastle in a penalty shootout, which is sad times for Newcastle, but there we are. Rodrigo's fantastic. We need a centre-back, but he's not coming from West Ham. Junior's not coming from Liverpool. Sergio, who's been with us at West Ham and then at FC Nantes, is my best left-back, which is the issue. Gomez scored his first goal in Brazilian colours for us in this competition. He's going to be a worldie of a player. Derbris, who is playing for Bayern, is pretty damn decent. Everybody knows who Angelo is, playing on the right. He's fantastic. He's our best right winger. Eliu Valverde is out of this world, absolutely fantastic. Really hope he goes to a Champions League club because Juve are struggling on this save. Don Nafos has been fantastic, 10 goals and 15 appearances. This kid is the GOAT at Real Madrid. Absolutely destroyed him in the Champions League. And then Victor Roque, remember him from AC Milan days? He's up front. When that is your team, you're very good, especially going forward. Now look at the people on the bench. Vanderson, who we've played with. Militao's still here. People know Rodrigo, you know Joe Pedro, you know Martinelli, you know Marcus Leandro because he played up front with Roque for me when I was at AC Milan. It is a very good team. Defensively, awful. I've only got 2 proper defensive midfielders than Andre. So right now in Brazil, and I've got no way to help this, there's a lack of development of young, good kids coming through at defensive midfielder and young, good kids coming through at left back. And that might be an issue to win the World Cup. However, here in the Copa America, it's not mattering because we're scoring every chance going forward as up against Chile. So without further ado, let's get into this game. The finals in 4 days' time. What I have been doing to make sure that we have been keeping fitness a little bit is also by, if we are winning games big time, we go 4-3 start time wasting and say, all right, it is what it is. The beautiful thing is the next semi-final is a day later, so we get a day extra rest over the likes of Argentina, which is great. Now let's go and have a look at how they're lining up here because we do have a bit of a better team, and it's very similar to the team that we beat. Yeah, their keeper's air. We can get at him, he's got not much space. Okay, I'm going to just put it out there, but as long as we play well, we should score goals against that back four. It makes it really interesting. They're in a little bit of trouble. Lanzini's a little bit old now. Look, all I'm going to say is that their bench is dead. They've rotated in the semi, and these guys aren't particularly good, and this team's worse than the team we beat 6-0. I don't want to go out here and say we can win, or we should win big time, but yeah, we should. Now, since we beat them 6-0, Mexico won every other game in the Copa America, so we probably have to give them something. If we score early, we generally run away with games, and we have a set piece very early doors with Angelo, and we have some big numbers in there, like Roque, and that's a save and a half from the Mexican keeper on the goal line to keep it at 0-0, and that's important because the only game where we did not score early was Chile, and we ended up drawing 1-1. Anyway, Durbis picks that one up, but imagine that we're not going to get a highlight here, but it's still going. Usually that save is the highlight, and it is. Good start, 5 minutes in, no goal unfortunately. Burger reckons we're going to win 3-1. We are live on stream. Links down below. And like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is a big game for us. Big game. Hiroko wins that bat. Durbis, Jonafus needs runners. Sergio can whip. Early ball in. Cleared away. Angelo's still there. Victor Tobias. Falls to Gomez. Cuts it. Durbis over the bar. 15 minutes in, still 0-0. But a good start. A dominating start. Hopefully today is not the day we get FM'd. 5 shots won, 70% possession. We've been good. Forced them long. And Junior wins. Valverde. Good ball to Jonatas. Cuts it to Victor Roque. Oh, he's missed an open goal from 6 yards. Victor Roque's just missed an open goal from 6 yards. If this is happening, we're not going to win today. This is ridiculous. Anyhow, 36 minutes played, only 1 shot on target. We've scored goals all competition, we can't score right now. Roque, header. What a save from the Mexican keeper in Nungaray. Anyway, what a save. We're not going to win this game, are we? We've seen enough with Monaco when we haven't scored, we get FM'd. That is one of the most dominating first halves we've played all tournament, and it is 0-0. We've absolutely dominated the first half, and it's 0-0. 16 shots, 5 on target, 64% possession. Mexico yet they've had a chance, and it is 0-0. Which is not good. Alright. I'm going to make some changes here. We're going to get in Rodrigo out on the right because I think that's needed. Junior's dead and Militao is going to come in just because if we do make the final, we need Junior to be semi-fit. Militao. Jonifus. Sergio. Jonifus. Can he score? What a save again from the Mexican keeper. Fingertips onto the post. I don't like this. I think we're going to get beat, boys. There is a world where we're going to get beat, isn't there? Free kick, but it's a left footer. And Jonifus is a good free kick taker, but left footers on this side never good. Hits the bar. My throat is starting to go on me. I've been streaming for over 5 hours and I work on a phone all day. So, yeah. 70 minutes played. 23 shots, yet to score. Victor Roque, Militao. It's taken a set piece. We lead 1-0. My only issue with this is we've played 4-2-3-1 the whole time. So we're going to cop a lot of fitness injuries and worries. And we're not going to be 100% fit for the final. Where realistically, if this game's played how it goes on paper, we should have been up about 9-0 already. But it is not. And there's a world of Mexico have one shot, one attack, one goal. So we need another goal, please. Angulo. Back to the centre-back, they go long. Rodrigo wins. Valverde heads, gives it back to him. And it's a ball that deflects. Rodrigo wins that one. Gomez, well done. Sergio now. Militao. Debris. Sergio thumps on looking for Rodrigo. Ain't going to win that one. Good from Vinicius Tobias. Debris. Looks... Jonifus gets on that one. Finds Gomez. Militao. Rodrigo. Gomez. Debris. Great ball out to Sergio. He's got numbers in the box. That's a goal. It's 2-0. My mum is calling me and I don't know what I can really do in this episode, but there we are. I go for two up top. That's fine. Sergio is our most important player to get off because we don't have a left back, so Rodrigo's going to come in. At the same time, 4-3-3. Lower the tempo, start time wasting. And let's get this into the whole of the shape. I don't do this in club competitions, but because we can't rotate players and we can't rest players in training, which makes no sense on FM, this I do to keep the fitness as high as possible. And if we were to concede right now, I'm going to rue it, but yeah. Rodrigo goes. We've dominated. We deserve to make the final. Vinicius Tobias, Debris, Valverde, poor. If we get hit on the break, I'm going to be livid. Alvarez, Vittino, Hernandez, Rodrigo, Gomez, Rodrigo, Ngare, Duran, Hurtado, Duran. Well done by Rodrigo. Debris clears. This game seems to have changed a bit too much for me. I don't like this highlight. Wide though. I haven't done anything Mexico, so we should be okay. Jonifus headed over the bar from Rodrigo. Should be all they wrote though. This should be into the final. Another highlight. So many highlights here last 10 minutes. I don't like it. Would rather this game just tick away. More highlights equals more chances for Mexico to make this nervy. Andrew, Militao, Debris, Roque, back to Rodrigo. We're knocking it around very well. Victor Roque wanted it, ignored, gets it now, and hits the bar. Backstick ball to Rodrigo, straight at the keeper. I need to get a drink of water before the final. Another highlight, Jesus. There's been more highlights in the last 10 minutes of this match than there has been for the first 80. But in the end, after having 20... No, maybe not. That's a weird way to play out, but beautiful Andrew. He was pacing the wrong way and then fired in through the middle. I'm almost tempted to 4x speed this because this is not going to really lead to much, this highlight. I don't think. Mistake. Yeah, that should be a goal. Alright, 3-0, game over. We're in the final. which is good. My throat is going. I'm just going to make it through one more game, but we're in the final. We win 3-0. Brilliant. We're one win away from winning the Copa America. So there we go. 3-0 with Brazil. Well, I hope that it's not Argentina, but I think it's definitely going to be Argentina. Let's be honest. I don't see a world where it's not Argentina. With the finals on the 11th and they're playing on the Wednesday, so we're going to stay live for now to find out. And then I'm going to call my mum and see what she wants, but yeah. Mum told me to close my door. My door is closed. So yeah. Just auto confirm that. Put them all in, please. Thank you. Wow, okay, so you just saw the keeper I went for, which was Markovic. So there is a Brazilian keeper that we are going to go for here really quickly as well. Is Lito at Sep. You're going to be my new number one. And you're going to be my Brazilian number one for the World Cup next year. Yeah, I went for Markovic because his fee was so cheap. And the game was like, Inter made a bid and he's gone Inter. Alright, done. That's my backup. That's what we scout to. Alright, we would love Chile to beat Argentina, even though we beat Argentina last time, but let's see what happens. Wow, Argentina won in a penalty shootout. That's perfect because they're going to have less rest. That's the best. We've got Argentina in the classical Copa America final. And more importantly, they went to extra time where we won normal time, which means they're going to be probably very tired for the final. We beat them 3-0 last time we met in World Cup qualifying. We are going to be potentially 90 or 120 minutes or a penalty shootout away from winning the Copa America. And I'll see you guys in a second for that. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, YouTube. As I'm welcome back, Drop Bear's done it. You won the Club World Cup. Well done to Drop Bear. Everybody there in the Twitch chat. Drop Bear won the Club World Cup with West Ham in 2040. Beat 1-0. Beat AC Milan 1-0 in the final. Very well done. But we're here with the Copa America final. We've got Argentina. Let's go into a little bit more in depth about Argentina's kind of run in, and then we'll see what we can do. So Argentina have only done the same thing as us. Won every game bar one, and they drew to Venezuela. 2-2. Everything else they won pretty comfortably. Paraguay only 4-3, and they conceded twice to Costa Rica. So maybe not the greatest of times they're having Argentina. Absolutely didn't even dominate there. You could say that Chile, much without the ball, did get a good XG. They score a pen, they did okay, so probably inflated. So you probably would say that, yeah, they probably should have won the final in normal time. But it is what it is. In World Cup qualifying, they lost to Peru as well, and they drew to Uruguay, and our game we played against them was against this five-at-the-back system that they play. And even though we didn't have much of the ball, we hit them on the break a lot. And that's the thing, this Argentinian squad is experienced and good, but they do lack a little bit of speed. And we have a lot of that going forward. So it could be a very interesting final. With that being said, our team's in pretty full strength. There's a few guys out there that aren't 100%, which I'm not going to start. There's a few guys that I will. So Vanderson for Tobias is very light for light. Vanderson's played for me at Monaco. That's easy decision. Done. Junior Rodrigo very close, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Gomez is actually going to come out here for Andre for the final, only because a little bit more fitness. Don't need to book in a a substitution. Lucky Last Jonathan probably should come off the bench then. Has got 9 penalty taking, and I would imagine Leandro's got decent and Martinelli's got decent, because you always want a penalty take on the park when they do have better penalty taking, so that's fine. But the rest of them looks all fit and firing, so we're going to line up like that. A couple slight changes, but we're going to see what we can do as well in the final. Hopefully, because Argentina went all the way to a shootout, they are wrecked, and this is going to be us running over them, but we're going to find out. Let's have a look, shall we? Go out there and enjoy yourselves. I think Nuno Perez is the captain of this Argentinian squad, who's very good, because we used him at Monaco. Ooh, straight away, got Vargas, Renzo, and Fioretti not 100%. Have a look at these guys on the bench. All dead. Gigliotti dead. A lot of these guys tired. The longer this game stays 0-0, we're going to be okay. Let's have a look at the teams. Zarate's in net, one cap only, a backup goalkeeper, and he plays the final. Interesting. Perez is still looking good. Bolden's pretty decent, but lacking a little bit of fitness. Ferretti's not bad, but lacking a little bit of fitness. Fontana's pretty good. Dominguez at 34. Vargas, very, very good player, but yet again lacking fitness. Alves at 23, not too bad. Alvarez, very decent as well. Velasco at 29, still pretty good. And Augustin Roberto, who is my backup winger at Dortmund, is up front. If you have a look at on the bench, Julian Alvarez, benched. Martinez, benched, because they would have played the last game out. They always do this. Funes doesn't start. Pablo Guevia, who normally would start, doesn't start. Romero, who normally would start, doesn't start. Don't know where their keeper is. Maybe they're struggling for a keeper at the moment, but because he's not particularly good either. Look, I look at the two teams. I don't want to be big-headed because it is Argentina, but I actually think we are better, and we should be better by a bit. But we'll find out. It's the Copa America final. It's a system where five at the back, if they sit in well, they're going to be hard to break down. However, I just think if we get the first goal, and especially if we score early, and the fact that a lot of their bench players are tired, I think there's a lot of we go out here and we win. My only problem is that if this game stays 1-0, it's 0-0. Martinez and Alvarez on the bench are both probably fit enough to have started this game, but the AO never does that. That we kind of need to probably get on top here and look to win this game early, score a couple. Now, we didn't keep possession last time we played. This Argentinian side does keep possession well, but 15 minutes in, it's a set piece. Jonafus is pretty good over a dead ball. Whips one back stick. Rodrigo heads, we lead 1-0. 1-0 in the Copa America final. Very, very, very happy with that. Jonafus, back stick. Header at the back post. Great finish. We lead 1-0. And a good little piece of set piecery from Jonafus. He's pretty decent, but he's probably only going to play 45 to 60 minutes. Sergio Valverde. Into Junior. Derbas. Andre. Looks for Angelo. Doesn't find him, but it falls to Sergio. Heads to Valverde. Back heels to Roquay. Angelo 2-0. What a finish. Oh my. What a finish from Angelo. Can I say the skill of Valverde with a flying back heel on the volley to Roquay is ridiculous. Have a look at this. Almost Scorpion-esque back heel pass. Headed behind him. Flicks it straight to Roquay. Finds Angelo. Hits first time. And that is very, very nice. We lead 2-0 in the Copa America final. Zarate goes long. Picked off. Valverde flicks on. Roquay ain't going to get on that. Bolde clears. Sergio doesn't get on that, but we force it long. And oh my word, boys. And that's a miss. Andrew came for it. Junior took it around him for whatever reason to give the striker the open goal, and he puts it wide. Well, we're meant to win this. Velasco misses an open goal with no goalkeeper after a massive mix-up. Right on half-time, 46th minute. Header, but only as far as Bolde. Vargas. Fioretti. A goal for Argentina makes things interesting. If we can somehow nab in and win the ball, this is massive. We don't. Velasco's there. Cuts it. And what a block from Rodrigo that it goes over the bar. Argentina last 5 minutes have decided to rock up to the Copa America final. Velasco, Andrew, good keeping, comes in claims. Shaky last 10 minutes, but a very dominating first 40 minutes sees us lead 2-0. Johnson is pretty dead, so we're going to get him off here very early. Gabriel Martinelli is a better penalty taker than Marcos Leandro, so he's going to come in first. No, that shouldn't be a thing that people think about this early on, but it's something that I'll be like, I'm only out 3 changes. Anyone that can take a penalty that's going to help me still win the game, just in case Argentina come back, be on the park. Free kick, good save from Zarate, the backup keeper for Argentina. But as things stand at 2-0, if we score the next one, we are going to win the Copa America. Roquay. Cleared. Martinelli. Victor's offside by a mile. And that's going to be the highlight. At some point, we will go 4-3-3 and look to absorb. But I don't think that's we're at that stage yet. Martinelli whips. Backstick ball. Angelo will be able to pick up the second crumbs. Needs to find a pass. Does find Andre. Andre getting down the line. Velasco. That's a goal. It's one of those poor highlights for FM, but that's 3-0. That's 58 minutes played. The next thing I am going to do is make the only change to get removed, get stuck in. There is a booking out there for Andre. I don't want to see us start picking up a numerous amount of bookings, then a late red card to give them the impetus to come back. But 3-0, very lucky, has to be said. We deserved another goal though, to be honest. We have absolutely dominated. On 41% of the ball, 17 shots, 8 to 4 shots, nothing. McAllister with a ball back stick, cleared away. Perez heads down. Fioretti hits one into the bar and wide. That's the closest Argentina have come by the defensive mistake between keeper and junior to winning this final. We do look pretty dead, but I am going to move us into the 4-3 now to try and seal this one up. I was going to start time wasting and kind of leave everything else pretty similar, lower a little bit of tempo as well. Andre is going to go in here as a bit more of a ball in midfield on support as well to help. Valverde's pretty dead. Gomez is actually going to come in here as well. And that's just to really help out here. And De Bros is going to sit in. Maybe it's an advanced playmaker on support. Just so that we have a few, or Carrillo. That's fine. I'm just going to go a little bit more workmanlike. Gomez obviously is a defensively minded player, so that's fine. And we've got a few people tied at the back. Junior's had a lot of minutes. Rodrigo scored a goal. I think Militao, just as a calming factor, is going to come in at the back as well and just get him to sit in as a covering centre-back or just a normal centre-back. A goal for Argentina makes things interesting, but at least at this system we're still going to look to go forward, but we're going to look to absorb, and there's 15 minutes for us to get through here. And we've got some fresh legs in key areas. Victor Roque's in for 4-0 and fires over. That would have been the sealer. If not already, it's been sealed. But I feel like we've got this tactically spot on like we did with the Euros. Rested when needed to, changed systems when needed to, seen out games well, been aggressive when we had to be. We've done very well. And well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to be Copa America winners. And who would have thought that was going to be a part of Glory Hunter? Traditionally, you don't see this. You don't see on Glory Hunter, you go into South America. We have to try and win the World Cup. We've done that because we wanted to build up Brazil a little bit. And well, here we are. I'm 10 seasons in and I'm more than 3/4 of the way done and I've won a Copa America. It's not bad. It is not bad at all. Sergio, Vanderson. There's a minute left on the clock. We're just going to enjoy this as we move the ball around. Victor Roque, Andre moving forward. Into Vanderson. Finds Angelo. Time ticking away. Puts the ball back stick. Martinelli heads over. That's going to probably be all she wrote here. Get ready for that full-time whistle. We are going to be Copa America champions. Referee, thank you for your whistle. And there we go. We're going to keep our job, more importantly. We're more than likely going to qualify for the World Cup unless we lose every game from here on out. And in today's stream, even though we started today's stream by not winning a game in our first 4, we have won the French Cup. We've gone undefeated with AS Monaco in a whole entire season. And we've won the Copa America, which is unbelievable. If you want to check any of this action out, we're live on stream, boys. 5 hours and 41 minutes. You come check us out. And there we go. We're very happy with that. The boys are celebrating. There's only one thing left to do here, YouTube. And that is to go into here. And that is to go into Copa America. And can't remember what the year is, but yeah, we also need to put in here Copa America winners with Brazil. There's a lot to write in that one there, but there we go. And there we are. We win 3-0. We need the year that it is for us to remember it. And because it's a cup competition, we don't need to write the year of the season, just the year that we won it, which is 2032. There we are. So yeah, 29-30 won the Cabarro Cup. Came runners up in 24-25. 26-27 become the runners up. 28-29 runners up. Trophy of the Champions won it in 31-32 or 30-31 and lost the final in 31-32. And in 32 we won the Copa America. Highly doubt we're ever going to play in the Copa America again after the World Cup. I'll probably either be sacked or won the World Cup, depending on what the things is. If they somehow let me keep the job and I make the semi and that's my objective and I keep the job, I'll probably go one more time with Brazil. But there we go, boys. We're Copa America. Unbelievable. Where to now? This is a nice article. Brazil Copa America will may feature 9 players over the age of 30, including Militao, but Aloy clearly demonstrated old guard is good. There we go. Players such as Gugu, Luis Felipe, and Leonardo overlooked. Yeah, straight away, Gugu is someone that I am looking at. Luis Felipe's got a bid. I want him maybe at centre back at my club, but I don't know yet. And Hugo is someone that's going to be decent, and there's a couple others out there as well. Yeah, biggest overachievers is Costa Rica. They had a very good tournament. Top goal scorer is Joe Pedro with top assist of 4. And Pedro got the highest average rating, mainly because he played whenever he needed to. And there we are, boys. There we are. Militao decides to step down as captain of Brazil after that. Probably means I can start taking him out of the international team now. But there we are. Copa America champions. See you next time, YouTube, for the Dortmund first game that we have in charge with them and what the squad looks like. Till then, thank you and goodbye.